Guys got a new rotor. Well, new cap, part of a cap. A new rotor. New rotor. New button. New button for in the part of the cap. We're going to use the same post here. Because really look at me, nothing goes wrong with these guys. Unless I break it off, try and take it out. So, this threads on in. Threads back into this guy. Now, yeah. Now I do need to take this cap back off. That second pass, because I got to put that guy in. So in case it does run, I should probably have that on. So I'm gonna take it back off, put it in there, and then put it back together and cross my fingers, because I am running out of stuff to put in here. I'm running out of stuff. I don't even have the kill wire hooked up yet. So I might end up taking it back out again. Yeah, let me just not do that. Let me not put that gasket in yet, because if it runs, then I got to take and put this hook up my wire for the coil switch, because I disconnected it because it was doing something that I didn't understand what it was doing. It wasn't working. That's what it was doing. Okay, so new rotor on. Let's take this one off. There's nothing wrong with it. Look, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, but I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Changing colors. Changing colors. Oh, I gotta put that. It'll never run if I don't put that little porcelain dealie in the middle. It'll never run. And then I'll be wondering what really happened. Yep. It's like a never-ending fiasco here. I don't think it's really hitting the button. Hitting the button. That's the other thing, that button's way too long. And I didn't trim it off because I didn't. So I'm still taking it off. After I said I wasn't going to take it off, I'm still taking it off. Yeah. Everybody needs one of these guys. Everybody needs one. Everybody needs one of these things to work on. Okay. Let's bend that little button down. There. So it hits there. So I've already got it off. If I said I wasn't going to get it off, I got it off. Since I have it off, I might as well put the gasket on. Anyways, even if I'm going to take it back off again. Okay, in the same spot. Yes, it is. I didn't show you the video of that. where we went around, cranked it, went around, looked at the other side, round, 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 round and round we go, and it all shows it's pointing at number one, still points at number one, and so I can't only turn it with the engine because there's that big bracket in the front that was on there that didn't want to take off because I liked it. Okay, back to this again. Let's see if it has a little bit of spring to it. Yep, a little spring to it. So I assume that that's hitting that little tab. Well, the other question is it's not been on the charger for a little bit. So you know what that means, don't you? It means it probably won't crank over. Probably. And then we'll be doing back to the same old thing again. Back to the same old thing. Okay, so we are back to the same old thing. Alright, so we're gonna place number 2 is there. Number 1 is right there. On the old cap. Number 4 is down underneath number 2. And number 3 is down underneath number, yes, are all on. All are on. All are on. So the next thing to do is put the battery charger on it. I mean, look at that rotor. It's not that. I mean, a little bit of wear there, a little bit of wear there, a little bit of wear there, and age. I mean, that's all I see with it. That's all I see. All I see. And, I think I've already played the cylinder game, haven't I? Haven't I played the cylinder game? Are you? Isn't this making ground? Isn't this making ground? Well, here you go. Here's what it's doing. Why it isn't sparking at the plug. Right there. That tang right there is way too long. I figured it would come down like this, it would be okay. But I'm sure it's jumping back there to ground, so let's shut her off. Alright guys, this is the second call I've called these guys on this tractor. And they still tell me that I have a timing issue. And now I'm starting to believe I do have one, since I don't have a manual on it. And and I took it apart and put it back together the same way I took it apart, and explained it to the guy, and I don't remember the guy's name, Joe maybe or something, I don't know. I don't remember. So I was telling him what's happening. He says, "You still got a timing issue with this. So try looking." And I looked at some YouTube videos, and I do remember somebody commented about something or other. But you know, if you looked at enough YouTube videos on here, very few of them are so worried about how they market their video, and they spend all this time on thumbnails that are attractive and stuff that's supposed to do it. You do it my way and it'll be all better, and a whole bunch of that. And most of the time, very few times, they won't go into depth with anything because it burns up too much time, and they don't have time, and they want to make money, and they got the videos, they got the ads on there so they get their little bit of money for it and all that nonsense. I can't stand it. YouTube's not in the business to give you guys money, so I'm telling you right now, you spend a whole lot of time making crappy videos to get paid from YouTube. So YouTube doesn't care about any of their creators. All they're concerned about is the ads that they're putting on them. All they're concerned about. So what I got going, he said, I need to line this up again, of course, and it has to do with the timing of the meshing of the gears. And of course, he's saying that there's a dot on this gear. And I can't see it. And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to show you. But he said if people have had this apart before, they never put it back together right. And when they don't put it back together right, the next guy has to mess with it. He spends a lot of time hunting for stuff that's not there. And he says there's a dot on this gear. He asked me if it was a keyway. I said, yeah, it's a keyway. There's a keyway down here in the bottom. On the bottom of that gear. See this spot? Focuses on everything else, right? The end of my fingernail. There's a keyway there. He was telling me that either 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock is where that's supposed to be positioned. So let's go. Oh, I can barely. It's right up there, isn't it? Isn't it right there? See, they got that little piece of wire on there, so it confuses the heck out of me exactly where it's at. And that's not factory at any means. Isn't that where the keyway is? Because I can't make it out. Anyways, there's a dot on that gear somewhere or other. Let me go get a magnifying glass so I can see what's going on, because I can't even locate the dot. I can't even locate the keyway. I always thought it was up there between where that